What is happening, TwT fans? It is time for another Talking with Topher. This is episode 313. It's April 2nd, 2026, and I am so glad to be back, but I have got a lot to get into today, so let me get the housekeeping out of the way. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. If you're new, remember to subscribe. You want to get on the podcast or tell your story, talkinwithtopher@gmail.com is the official email of the podcast. Send an audio, video, or type it out. Don't forget about the Linktree link. It's in the description below the video, along with all links discussed on this podcast today. We have got so many things to get into today, and I mean, we are starting off. There's false flag events, and I don't know if by the time this episode actually drops, if people have heeded the warning of Larry doing business again. And if you don't know what that means, go to the chapter below and go right to the chapter if you want. I got stuff on GSA. We have got a major thing going on with Tucker Carlson, and that is where I want to start today's podcast. All right, so we're diving in. We're going deep today, everybody. We're going deep. So I want you to just check this out. It is a very scary time, I believe.
I just fear that there will be some sort of domestic terror incident in which actual Americans will actually die, which is a true tragedy, no matter who they are, but that tragedy will be used to strip the rest of us of our God-given human rights. And I don't think I'm being paranoid. I'm very concerned about that.
Well, you're speaking from historical precedents, whether it's people wearing plainclothes things showing up on January 6th, whether it's 9/11 attacks on purpose to strip us of our civil liberties and get us into perpetual wars in the Middle East, whether it's FDR basically allowing Pearl Harbor to happen, which he did. So you're speaking from historical precedent.
This false flag event that's going to be happening. Did anybody hear about the potential Iran attack on the West Coast in California? Okay. And Sauger and Crystal break it down very well. Actually, Sauger breaks it down very well. He lets you know that the path from Iran to the West Coast, whether it be under the water or in the air, is extremely difficult for them to get all the way over here. Next to impossible. The percentage was so low that it is basically impossible for them to pull off anything like this. So the only people that could pull off something like this would be ourselves. I've already lived through this once, and of course they suppress everything and make it seem like it is one thing when it is not. And we've been digging into it, for 25 years, right? For 25 years, we've been digging into it, trying to prove that what they told us was a lie. Well, we can't let this happen again, everybody. So I hope that when I record this podcast today on March 16th of 2026, that everybody listened to the warnings that were happening, because I do not believe that these are warnings that should not be listened to. This is something that everybody should have heard. Hopefully those people never went to work, and hopefully that building is still standing today, and all of the information that I'm about to give you is absolutely wrong.
The same man who bought the Twin Towers weeks before they went down recently bought the largest tower on the West Coast. The U.S. Bank Tower in California was recently bought by Larry Silverstein. And for those of you who don't know, Larry Silverstein was the same man who bought the Twin Towers 6 weeks before they went down. With recent FBI insights of a possible terror attack off the coast of California from Iran, the Department of War unveiling their new Lucas drones, an exact replica of the Iranian Shahed drones. Is this their target for a false flag attack to get us back in the Middle East, just like they did 25 years ago?
Larry Silverstein famously never missed a day at work. He showed up and ate breakfast on the 91st floor of the North Tower every single day, except for 9/11. He also took out an insurance policy that covered for terrorist attacks. After 9/11, he was awarded $4.5 billion in insurance. But what do you guys think about all this?
Is this going to be 9/11 all over again? Let us know down in the comments below. My name's Jeb Baugh.
My name's Aiden Nicholas.
Like and follow for more America First content.
Well, look at this thing right here. See, this is another one. So this was put out by Conservative and Proud. Larry Silverstein just bought the tallest building on the West Coast. History is about to repeat itself. The same man who leased the World Trade Center weeks before 9/11 collected billions in double insurance. He closed the deal. Basically, as of right now, if you work in the U.S. Bank Tower, run. Run as fast as you can and never step foot in it again. This is wild, everybody. Wild. What are we talking about? It's happening again? Like, what? What are you supposed to do about this, right? Tucker Carlson is under attack. He's under attack for spouting against Israel? Look, man, this is insane to me. How can we be spouting off against Israel? We are America. We are Americans. We do not agree with Israel. If they are, now, granted, I will honestly have to say that I am saddened and disgusted by the simple fact that America bombed a fucking school of schoolgirls and blew them to smithereens. I am not ignoring that. I am not happy about it. I don't know what to do about it. I'm very saddened by this. It's disgusting and disturbing, and we have no control over what they're doing or what targets they use. And obviously, they're all fucking incompetent to the point where they can't even make sure that the targets that they're using a list from is an updated, proper list. So we shouldn't be doing what we're doing in the first place, is what I believe. They're obviously too incompetent to do what needs to be done to make sure that we don't kill innocent people like Israel's been doing. But God forbid we think for ourselves, right? Because we are now Israel's fucking puppet, everybody. That's the problem. That's the problem. Tucker Carlson is not an anti-Semite. Tucker Carlson is worried about America. He's worried about how we as Americans are being treated. He's worried about our freedoms and our right to speak being taken away from us because he knows that he's being watched, he's being recorded, and he's being, he's having these things used against him right now to try and stop his message. Which is, it's not anti-Semitism, everybody. Zionism is dangerous. Israel has pulled us into something that we want no part of. Are we going to keep assisting with this lawn mowing, they call it? I don't know, everybody. I do not know. But what I do know is that you should probably stay out of that building, and we need to find more news sources that are giving us the actual truth and not this mainstream media crap that the rest of the population are eating up like it's real news. You got to stop believing what they're telling you because all they're using is fear and they're lying to your faces. The amount of people that have died, the amount of ammo that has been used, the places that are getting destroyed, all the things. Like, do you ever think that any organization is going to be able to go back to Dubai or anywhere? I mean, that was a 60-year-old man. I don't know if you saw the video, but a 60-year-old man was taking video of missiles coming into Dubai. He is now locked up and doing 2 years. I'm telling you right now, if we don't pay attention closely to all of these messages and protect ourselves, Tucker Carlson, he's going to be the next Julian Assange, everybody. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I see happening right now. So we have to speak up loud. We have to be smarter than this. When everybody was upset about the Vietnam War, right? They were trying to quiet everybody about that too, weren't they? They're always trying to quiet us. Because they know what's best, everybody. They know what's best, and I think that's the problem. So not only is America probably going to pull off another false flag like 9/11, but how can we ever believe anything that's coming from the media today when we have stuff like this coming from James Lee, who is utilizing drop site news to bring us real news about what is happening?
In Burj Khalifa, outside what was a medical centre, look at it, still smoking. Now, the IDF claim that Hezbollah are using ambulances, using medical centres for military purposes.
Really? We're just going to allow them to do this exact same thing again?
I mean, we all know what happened in Gaza, but right now Israel is doing another Gaza, this time in Lebanon. Okay, Dropsite is reporting that the Lebanon death toll is nearing 800 as Israel announces plan to target civilian infrastructure. Okay, they say that the death toll from Israeli strikes in Lebanon has reached 773 people as of March 13th, according to Lebanon's public health ministry. And they had the audacity, and when I say they, I'm referring specifically to Zionists, that if we as normal people see something like that and want to speak out against these atrocities, that is somehow akin to a Holocaust on the Jews. It is utterly insane.
We are seeing Jewish people, the Jewish state, blamed for the war in the Middle East. That is wrong. It is wrong to scapegoat. It is wrong to hold Jewish people accountable for something you don't like on the other side of the planet.
I totally agree. In fact, I couldn't agree more. But guess who's been pushing the exact opposite?
We as Jews need to realize we have a commitment to Eretz Israel. We have a commitment to Medinat Yisrael. And you cannot take the Zion out of Jewish identity.
You know, you can't go for years and years and say that criticism of Israel equates to anti-Semitism, or that anti-Zionist Jews who speak out against genocide are not real Jews, and then when it's convenient, you all of a sudden turn around and go, oh, Israel and the Jews should never be conflated. Sorry, it just doesn't work that way.
And that's what I'm talking about, dude. Like, you can't do this to us. Like, it's just crazy. They're constantly back and forth, you know, but yet they can't take the Zionism out, except for when they want to say we're anti-Zionist or anti-Semitic or anti-everything that is going on. Look, man, if you are capable of hearing and seeing any of this today, you know that this is insane. You have to know that this is insane. That they can't be doing this to us. And I'm sorry, man. You can't just keep narrating it to the way that you want it to be. Because unfortunately, according to the Talmud, what they're doing is exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They don't know what's best. We are side by side with people that think this of us.
The Book of Talmud is, after the Hebrew Bible, the central text of rabbinic Judaism and the primary source of Jewish religious law and Jewish theology. We have gathered a few rules from the book that Jews are taught to follow. Keep in mind, the word goyim in Hebrew means a non-Jew in English. Sophorim 15. Even the best of goyim should all be killed. Yebamoth 98a. All children of goyim are animals. Baba Mazia 114b, Gentiles goys are not humans, they are beasts. Gatshas 2, a Jew may violate but not marry a non-Jew girl. Sander in 54b, a Jew may have sex with a child as long as the child is less than 9 years old. Tospot Jebamuth 84b, if you eat with a goy is the same as eating with a dog. Baba Mazia 24a, if a Jew finds an object lost by a goy, it does not have to be returned.
What? Dude, this is why I say that, like, people need to actually look at this stuff. You don't have to read it. You don't have to, like, go deep into it. Just open it up and read a couple passages. It's mind-blowing, everybody. And, of course, I use this video because these are the things that I've read. These are the things that me and my friends have been talking about. Like, we're not anti-Semitic, everybody. We are worried for our freedom. We are worried about our future. Our future next to these animals, these Satan worshipers, whatever the hell they want to call themselves. Do you know there's countries right now just burning symbolisms of Cabal with the Jewish Star of David, which is all about magic? They're burning them right now. They're protesting these people. And we are now tied to them, hip to hip. What does that mean for the future of America, everybody? I believe it's dark. I believe it's very, very dark. And we need to look a little bit deeper into this. Check this out.
Are unaware of that St. Michael is actually the guardian angel of the elect. So that's why it was his job to kick out the demons from the company of the angels that remained faithful, who were the elect. That also means that he became the guardian angel of the Jews, the Jewish religion, in the beginning, because they were the chosen people. But once, according to the fathers of the church, they apostatized and rejected Christ, they ceased being the chosen religion and the chosen people. And now it's transferred to Christians who believe in Christ.
So we're the chosen people now.
That's right. The big mistake that people make is still thinking that the Jews are the chosen people. They were, but they rejected their inheritance. They refused to accept Christ. He gave them one generation. So after Christ dies, in the year 70 AD, the Romans destroy Jerusalem, and that's why now the Jews aren't practicing their religion, because none of them are offering sacrifice. That doesn't mean that they're not living up according to certain parts of the Old Testament and things of that sort, but they're not actually performing the ceremonial laws. And that's why they're so driven to rebuild the temple.
And then we go back to that third temple that they want to rebuild. Now, I don't know if it's actually been destroyed or leveled, or if Jesus himself just went in there and was like, you guys are making false of God or whatever, and I condemn you. But this is, I mean, I was not a religious person. And this is making me more of a religious person every single day, which is really interesting for me. But this is crazy, dude. We are in the middle of a religious war in the middle of 2026, everybody. That's what all of this is about. They think that they are still the chosen people. They believe that they need to bring back the third temple. I believe they are crazy. They are Satan worshipers. They believe in magic. They eat children. They do all the evil, nasty things to everybody. They look at all of us, even the best of us, as just dogs. That's crazy, man. What a weird way to live your life. Christians are being slaughtered left and right. They're being told they can't go into bomb shelters. I don't know if I have that video pulled up today. I mean, there has been non-stop content right now. It is wild. If I have it in there, we'll talk about it. But I mean, it is, I'm talking about it right now. This is insane. They still believe they are the chosen religion when Christ said, nope, you're doing it all wrong. We, as Christians, believe, or Catholics, believe in Jesus Christ. That's why we became the chosen religion. That's why Christianity has such a strong presence in America. And to be fighting side by side, never mind fighting side by side, but hearing our most powerful people in the organization of what we call our government literally saying, "Till my dying breath, I stand with Israel," should worry all of us. It should worry all of us. So I don't know about you, but there's a bunch of stuff that's been going around. I've dabbled with it. There's a few things that I wasn't even touching that will be coming up today. But I don't think we can go and not look at this anymore. What is up with McDonald's, everybody? I have got so much content on McDonald's itself. We're just going to rapid fire this shit. It's telling you to never eat McDonald's again. Now, I am going to tell you right now, I think all fast food is absolutely terrible for us, and we should not be giving it to any of our kids. We should not be feeding it to ourselves. We should not be going to any fast food restaurant ever. Ever, 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 ever. I believe that all of the food that comes quickly comes with a very high price at the end. Now, is McDonald's actually being made with DNA found from humans? Now, according to Gitmo, Health is Wealth, the University of Nebraska took 1/4 pound patty that was headed to McDonald's and ran some tests on it. Over 1,300 different strains of DNA were found in the quarter patty. Okay? Just reading what I'm seeing. That's it. Let's see. So 2/3 of vegetarian samples weren't meat free. 10% of all vegetarian products tested had animal content. So I guess if you're vegan, it's also not 100% clean for you. Clean Foods recently examined 345 hot dogs and sausages from 75 brands and sellers, and guess what they found? Human DNA showed up in 2% and in nearly 66% of vegetarian ones. And it gets worse. 10% of products labeled vegetarian actually contained meat, which I'm not really surprised about. Now we go on to the next one. This is Rachel Rubble, President Putin. This is actually a quote from President Putin. They got accustomed for centuries to filling their bellies with humans' flesh and their pockets with money. But the vampire ball is coming to an end. What? Oh, God. Damn it. There's always something in there that always makes me turn a little sideways. Oh, here it is again. Putin releases evidence Bill Gates is pumping human remains into U.S. food supply. Holy shit. And, of course, this will probably get me docked, but Whitney Webb, I wonder why Bill Gates could possibly be interested in dominating the U.S. food supply. Again, going back to vaccinations being put into food, which I brought up in episode 310 or 11, where it just sounds idiotic, putting vaccines in lettuce and tomatoes or whatever have you, and then you have to figure out how many of those you have to eat to get the proper dosage. It just sounds retarded. But this sounds crazy and insane to me. But then you get something like this, which also feeds into it. And I do believe I played these, but we are going to look at them again. Because, again, what showed up in the Epstein files? Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome showed up in the Epstein files. And now everybody should know what adrenochrome is, right? It's made from fear. They take it from the blood. Crazy town. So was Monsters Inc. telling us about Adrenochrome? Was it? Right? They scare the kids and they take all the energy from the kids, right? And that's how they were powering Monsters Incorporated. Well, look at this, man. Look at this. I'm telling you, it's all in front of our faces. They are not hiding this from us.
Is allegedly in the...
Oh, I just got told that people don't know about McDonald's. Okay, you know the adrenochrome production? Okay, let's go back a couple of steps. Adrenochrome is adrenalized blood. It is developed when an individual is in a deep state of terror. Adrenaline pumps through the blood, and then they drain that blood from the person, and that's a drug. It's a drug of choice. It is produced on an industrial scale. Walmart uses its supply chain to transport around the world. It's transported in 44-gallon drums, say out of Holland. Now, how many babies do you have to kill and torture to get a 44-gallon drum? So what do you do with the bodies after that? Well, just put them into the McDonald's burgers.
And that's where I'll stop it right there, because we have played this before on this podcast. Maybe this is the third time, but I'm telling you, man, check this next one out too, because I do know that I have not played this one. And remember that the CEO of McDonald's won't eat this poison. Now you know why. Look at the ingredients. It's crazy, and why so many are sick. Do not feed your children this poison. You're killing them slowly. I'm telling you, man, this is wild, wild stuff. And I just can't not say that it's not true anymore. We can't say it's not true anymore.
Please stop eating this shit. Let me show y'all a little something, okay? Pay attention. Nuggets. Look at that. Look at that. That's what's in these nuggets. I know y'all like y'all's hot and spicy, but look at that. Look, even your desserts, your apple pies. Watch out, man. Even your fucking McGriddles, man. Look, just think about it. I'm just trying to tell y'all, let y'all know. Because y'all don't get to see these ingredients, so. Stop eating this shit, okay?
So, according to the ingredients list for all of those is insanely long. And whenever you have a long, insane ingredients list, you know that there's shit in there you should not be consuming, right? Because they're using things to hide things. And I mean, the apple pie and the crepes and all the things, man. I'm telling you, fast food is absolutely terrible for you. But the one thing that I did notice on the boxes, and if you look back at the video and slow it down, you can see that these are not supposed to be resold. What? Why does it say not for retail sale at the bottom in fine print? I don't know. Do your own research. Look into it. I'm telling you right now, this shit is weird, man. It's weird, and I just don't believe that fast food is good for us or maybe ever was good for us, period. Now, this here I thought was AI. I thought this woman was AI. I guess she's real, and I apologize. It's Kip Force 1. This is a great message.
I had this thought last night. Being a nurse, being in healthcare, when you go into a hospital, if you don't eat, they put you on a feeding tube, and they will tell you like nothing about fasting, nothing about getting off sugar, nothing about changing your diet. So I was talking to this guy last night when I went somewhere, and he felt it was okay to tell me that he was schizo, functional schizo, which is very rare. He said he was on Depakote and haloperidol. And I was telling him, like, RFK just said that you can actually cure schizophrenia with your diet change, which is a real thing right here. So what I was thinking was, I've encountered multiple people who are like, hey this and hey that and hey this, but like I told you, it's a whole process. Like, you can't just take a pill and then be like, yeah, holistic, fix me. You have to change the water you're drinking. You have to change the food you're eating. You have to change the air that you're getting. You have to change it's a whole change. So what I was thinking was, why doesn't the healthcare system do a waiver for people who want to be in an induced coma for 7 days? They can put you in an induced coma for 7 days with phenobarbital. And the reason I'm saying this is because most people can't get off caffeine, can't get off sugar. Sugar is, in fact, a drug. Because the withdrawal symptoms, they give them headaches, they get shaking like you really do. If you try not to eat sugar anymore, you'll start shaking. So when people start a fast, they'll be like, oh, I'm shaking. And it's like, yeah, you're getting off all the preservatives and sugar you were on. So instead of like doing all this other stuff, when people come in, why don't we put them in a 7-day induced coma with no food? Because you don't want to induce food. Like a Mayo Clinic doctor who was a cardiologist for 32 years and went holistic said that if you 7-day water fast, you reduce your chance of getting any disease, autoimmune disease or any disease by 90%. And he said the longer you go, the more disease cells that the fast eats. So if we in fact induce these people into a phenobarbital coma, then we would be able to, for 7 days, fast them correctly. We wouldn't have the side effects of like withdrawal from caffeine, sugar, smoking, anything, because they'd be, knocked out. We can hydrate them with IV fluids, give them all, banana bags with multivitamins and whatnot. We can draw blood levels before and after to make sure that the fast really did change the disease or change the person or help the person, because that's what most doctors holistically want to do, is they want to draw blood on you before and after a fast. You wake up, you haven't eaten, your body's starting to eat, all your disease cells. Your body's cleansed from all of the air that's bad, the food that's bad, the caffeine, the sugar, any addiction you have, cigarettes, that's a way to get off cigarettes. And while they're induced in the coma, you can parasite cleanse them. So you give them an anti-helminthic drug, which is an anti-worm drug. They wake up, bam. Why doesn't healthcare do that instead of all the crap that they're doing? Just a thought.
We all know why the healthcare system is doing what it's doing. We all know why. And if you really don't know why, I know she knows why. She's not stupid, but maybe you'll listen if you pay attention to her about fasting. It's so important, man. I'm telling you, it is so important. I mean, I did so many 5-day water fasts. I never did a 7-day water fast. That's, I think, 2 more days. I remember my last 5-day water fast, and it was brutal because I've already cleansed my body so much that there was nothing really left to cleanse. So it really was a struggle to get through that 5 days. But the benefits from fasting are unmeasurable, everybody. No, they're pretty measurable because they take your blood, stuff like that. But what I'm saying is it's nothing like anything else that you could take in a prescription or have the doctor, it's better than all of that. It's far superior. And she didn't say the word, but we all know she's talking about ivermectin. And you can get that shit anywhere. Anywhere. I mean, it's been used forever. So the fact that they try to suppress it and keep us from using it because of COVID, I mean, the only reason we all know that they did that was because if there was something already on the market that could help, they couldn't get their vaccine out. And once the vaccine's out of the bottle, vaccine. You know what I mean? So we all know why Joe Rogan and everybody else, Dr. Drew and anybody who was mentioning that stuff were suppressed and put in the media as bad people. Bad people. Get your vaccine. How dare you listen to smart, educated people with a different set of ideas to help get you through this. We know what's best for you. So make sure you line up and get your vaccines. I'm telling you, man, this is great advice. It's great advice. Now, this is really disturbing This is the secret gender transition. I am absolutely, positively disgusted by this. It bothers me tremendously, and I think all of your children are under attack, man. And I hope nobody else has to go through this, but unfortunately, I think that this being the very first one, we are going to see a lot more of this. And it really, really makes me sad, but we need to be aware of everything that's happening today, especially in our public fucking school systems. You know what I mean? So check this out.
First parent to file a lawsuit in the state of Colorado for a secret gender transition of my child. May of 2021, we send our daughter off to 6th grade. She's just turned 12. One day her art teacher asked her to stay after school for an art club in the art room. And when she got there, it was actually GSA, or Gender and Sexuality Awareness Club. Concepts that I wouldn't have consented to as a parent that harmed her trust in her parents. I mean, they heavily emphasized, you don't have to tell your parents might not support you. If they don't affirm you, they don't love you, but we love you.
I'm gonna start a GSA. And maybe a GSA isn't the right term we use right now, and I hate to say it, but maybe shifting that to affinity group. Have fun with those. They have resources that help you go through some of those processes of creating those groups, but also how to create more gender inclusive schools as well.
The teacher had brought in these outside presenters, an organization called Splash for kids 12 and up and Skittles for kids 2 to 11 to talk about gender and sex. On their website has 40 different names that you could potentially call it. Friends of Dorothy is one of them. Like all these really inconspicuous names that can be easily concealed to parents. And I actually found slide presentations from what they do in these GSAs, and the number one rule is what you hear in here, keep in here. So right off the bat, they tell these kids, don't tell anyone what happens in this room.
Do not out your students to their parents. We live in a heterosexist environment.
This one was designed by transgender individuals, so that's why this one is really, if you're going to use one when you have conversations, this is the one you should be using.
I don't have kids, everybody, but this terrifies me. This absolutely terrifies me. What is happening in the public school systems? What is going on? How do you even let your kid into a classroom with all of that BS on the walls today? Where's the American flag? What happened to the American flag and pledging an allegiance to it? What happened? Where did that go? I didn't see an American flag in there at all. Why have we pulled the American flag out of public schools? And I don't know. Why? I don't know. I just noticed it. I don't have kids, everybody. I have no idea what's going on in these public school systems, but I will say, this really bothers me. This is terrible. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I feel bad for you parents out there that are dealing with this. This is awful. And this is the first case. What are we doing? We're hiding the fact that you're teaching other people's children this nonsense. Maybe homeschool is the way it needs to be. Maybe homeschool is not bad. Wow. This one really bothers me. It really, really bothers me because, I mean, this just proves how evil they are. That this is what we're implementing into our public school systems. This is what the kids are growing up learning today. I say we bring it back, man. Bring back the flag. Bring back the Pledge of Allegiance. Bring back, I don't know, anything that's worth teaching that you can actually bring into adulthood. Besides this, and creating this wall between children and parents where they are now lying to their parents. You're making it okay to lie. Well, isn't that funny? Because it's exactly what you've been doing to the American public for decades. Is just lying to us. So now you're teaching the kids how to lie like you lied to the adults, This is fucked up. This is fucked up, and it doesn't teach anybody anything good. This is absolutely disturbing and terrifying. I just cannot believe this shit. Now, you want to hear something? This is just audio. This is insane. All right, I left the link in. You can go check it out yourself. As soon as it pops up, you have to click yes. And then when you click yes, you will get this audio recording. This is floating around everywhere right now. This is wild.
She knows that your mom really takes your cell phone.
Second phone call attempt at 4:26 p.m.
The wiretap noise is interesting, isn't it?
Hello? Hey, what's up? I talked to Jeffrey, and I'm going to his house tomorrow morning, and I'm taking my son. He's gonna set something up for you.
Well, like, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow morning when I go to his house about it.
How much? Like, would I get paid? 'Cause last time.
Talk to him. I'll talk to him tomorrow, and then I'll bring you in the next day and you can talk to him about it.
How much do you think? I don't know what I want to do. I just want to get an idea.
I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to him about it. I mean, I don't really work for him like that. I just bring girls to him, and they work for him. So you're gonna have to talk to him about it. That's what I'm saying. When you work for him, I'll bring you in, and you can ask him before you work. So, like, what can I do to make more money?
Yeah, well, like, I don't know if you get paid more money.
The more you do, the more you get paid. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. Talk to him about it.
Want me to bring my sister for you, so like you could get paid more or something, or how much a girl?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm working tomorrow, and me and him are gonna put a schedule together for you and your sister. So I'll call you tomorrow when I leave Jeffrey with the schedule.
Alright, okay. Alright, that's good. That sounds good. But like, I don't have my phone all the time, so if you guys called me, I'd have to know what time so I could get the phone.
Okay, well, what time? Well, why don't you? Okay, I'll leave you a message. That's fine. I'll leave you a message tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
She just heard from me. She said she doesn't work here. She just
That's fine. That's fine. You did great. Give me a high five.
Good, because she was throwing. She
threw you.
A tough girl.
Yeah, you know, you still, but you did really good.
That freaked you out.
Because she's like, well, I'm setting up a schedule for you and your sister.
Setting up a schedule.
With him.
So here's something else I can't believe because, I mean, has anybody watched Candace Owens' Bride of Charlie? Man, it's phenomenal. And I'm 100% on board with everything that Candace Owens is finding and divulging. And this right here is no different. This was put out March 1st. DNA evidence confirms that Erika Kirk's lesbian partner is the real real mother of her kids in a tale of secrets, lies, and unforeseen twists. Erika's life has become a subject of public intrigue. Her once seemingly perfect family, built on a foundation of conservative values and public appearances, is now unraveling before the eyes of the captivated audience. At the heart of this controversy is a question that has plagued Erika for months. Was she ever really pregnant, Or did she secretly adopt someone else's children, passing them off as her own? Now, there's a link right here. We're going to press that where you see more. Oh, man, we got a video, everybody. Well, we're going deep.
Tracy Martin has known Erika for years. Now, allegedly, she was with Erika when Mikey and Elizabeth called. My question is why?
I don't think that she at all had any connection to that. When I see that, it's like you're victimizing the victim, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like,
what do you all think about her kids? Do you think her kids are still with her? Do you think that one of the kids possibly isn't Charlie's?
So there's finally DNA evidence that can settle the question everyone has been asking about Erika for months now. Was she ever truly pregnant, or did she just adopt someone else's children as hers? And Erika is panicking right now because she knows that this DNA evidence would literally end everything she's worked so hard to build. The plot twist is, it's not that Erika actually used a surrogate, at least not in the traditional sense. According to insiders, those kids actually biologically belong to Erika's long-term female partner. Except instead of making this mystery simpler, it only adds another complicated layer. Because if those kids really belong to Erika's girlfriend, it raises the question, how did she manage to fool Charlie all along? Or was he in on it? And then the final piece to this puzzle, who is Erika's secret girlfriend, and why are we only finding out about her now?
Keep looking at this picture because everybody knows that that's not her son, right? Her son is supposed to be one. Look at that boy.
Remember that interview where Erika admitted that she deliberately hid herself when she was pregnant, supposedly because she wanted to keep things private?
I intentionally, when I was pregnant, hid. Not because I was embarrassed, not because I didn't want anyone. Yes, we did keep it very private, but it's because it was a moment very sacred. I was growing a human inside of me, my baby.
For the longest time.
Okay, whoa, everybody. Look at her fucking eyes. She has got this, you stop asking me this fucking question right now, look on her face, dude. She looks like she's throwing daggers at that lady. This is a wild, she is evil, huh? Keep watching. We're going to go for another moment.
Erika made people believe that that version of events was the truth. However, that storyline didn't hold up for long because people started asking if those kids were really hers. And it wasn't just about Erika's strange attitude after Charlie's death. It came from a few fringe comments wondering about deception from Erika, a pregnancy that might never have happened. So they started digging. And what were they looking for? Proof. Just one photo evidence showing Erika visibly pregnant. One candid moment caught at an event. One interview where the baby bump was visible. Even a genuine social media post about the pregnancy, not just some carefully constructed official announcement, would have been great. But there was nothing. No photos, no interview clips, no TPUSA event paparazzi shots. The only thing that turned up was this ultrasound footage. However, that footage only made things worse, because the name on the ultrasound was Erika's maiden name, Erika Francevy, not her married name, Erika Kirk. For someone whose social media handles are literally Mrs. Erika Kirk, the idea that she just casually forgot to add the Kirk name to something as important as an ultrasound didn't add up.
I mean, you can keep going deeper into this. I've linked everything in the description below. This is wild, everybody. All right, so we've gotten into some crazy shit already during this podcast, and we're going to go a little bit deeper because now this is not the first, second, third, or fourth time something has popped up about Jelly Roll. What is going on, dude? I'm actually worried because I love Jelly Roll. I love his music. All of his words have touched me emotionally. I feel like he sings my story, right? If you're a drug addict or an addict of any sort and you've made poor decisions because of your addiction, you probably feel the same way that I do about Jelly Roll and his music, especially his music today. I used to listen to him when he was a straight up rapper. It was some of my favorite music, but you know, his new stuff is very emotional, but there could be some darkness behind his new movement.
You guys have heard me say on the podcast before that I have like witches that do my monthly spells and stuff like that. I had witches who did spell work for me.
We're calling it Operation Infiltration. We're going to take over. We're going to get a building down.
We're going to take over that street quiet and humble. We're going to beat them from the inside out, not the outside in. We're going to come in and take over this fucking guy. I'm fixing to go in and fuck country music. This is going to be a problem.
His BMI #1 country record radio party. Sit up there and talk like we're talking right now. Calling them motherfuckers, drinking, smoking, acting exactly how he acts.
In the lobby of BMI, got a tattoo.
Had a tattoo on the lobby of BMI.
The real ones are here, more on the way. Be different than you. You got to look at me like, y'all, we finally got one of us there. Jelly hadn't changed. Send me that screenshot. Let my wife nip that bitch in the ass, dog. My wife is a fucking savage gangster bitch that sold pussy, dude. She will clear somebody. How did Jeffrey Epstein happen? With much work and help. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, Ryan Upchurch has Jelly Roll and his wife to handle his dirty work.
Whoa. Did you hear that last part? Just like Jeffrey Epstein, Ryan Upchurch has Jelly Roll and his wife to handle his dirty work. Whoa, dude. Whoa. What did I just listen to, everybody? What? Wait a minute. Why is Jelly Roll and his wife handling... Well, from what I can see, I'll show you right here. This is Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Edward Upchurch. Why, supposedly, is Jelly Roll and his wife doing this man's dirty work? And what dirty work are we talking about? What? I know nothing about this person. I know nothing about Ryan Upchurch. All I know is that this is not the first time this video is floated around. It is the clearest I've heard it. But there's other things coming out about Jelly Roll's wife and her witchcraft and spell casting and I don't know. I don't want this one to be true. How's that? And usually when I don't want something to be true, that's usually when it comes true. But I don't want Jelly Roll to be part of some satanic magical thing. Because if he's absorbed in it, then that means everybody surrounding him has been absorbed into it, whether they know it or not. And that means all of them are tainted. Ah, man, that would make me so sad, everybody. That would make me sad. Now, what else makes me sad is this BS. Okay? What about HB 5350 changes about cannabis remediation? Adding radiation. They can now fix moldy cannabis using ionizing radiation, essentially blasting it to kill microbes. The practice is now explicitly authorized in the statute. New rules. Remediated packages must say it was treated with radiation. Stores must put up signage explaining mold risks and remediation techniques. Another shift. No more stability testing after flour is packaged. That's fucking insane, everybody. What did I just read to you? So, if you get mold on your cannabis, now it's okay to blast it with radiation to kill the mold. Once the mold is gone, they can repackage it. They have to tell you they used radiation on it, but we're not going to test it again to see how much radiation is there. And if we're not going to test it to see how much radiation is there, then is that radiation contaminating anything else around it? Do you have this outside in some specialized box? Radiation goes through everything. It contaminates anything around it. It's radiating, people. So what do you mean you're not doing any more testing? Where are you holding this? What is it sitting next to? Is anything near it catching radiation? We should have way more testing. I don't even know how this is legal, everybody. I think this is mind-blowing. I think this is BS, okay? I might just be spouting off a bunch of BS, allegedly. I don't know. But this really has me worried. What are we talking about? If you get moldy weed, bud, you should be throwing it out, counting it as a loss. That's what you should be doing. That's the right thing to do. You're in fucking business, man. If we get moldy cheese, right? Cheese is mold, but if it gets moldy, the store writes off the package and throws it the fuck away because it's unsafe for human consumption at that point. You should be treating weed the exact same way. It's a consumable, people. That is insanity. It makes me very angry that they could be doing something like that to all of us. Now, we've talked about the vaccines being put in food and all this other shit, right? What if there was some Nano Network being also implemented in it? And you can't say that this isn't, what the, dude, the Epstein files have demolished all of those senses for me. Look at this. Listen to this. I mean, this is wild. Wild.
Saying these things out of love for my fellow humans. The shot is not medicine. It is an intro-body nano network administered through. What they're finding in people are not blood clots. It is self-assembling, self-replicating nanotechnology. Lipid nanoparticles that have been modified on a molecular level, wrapped in pegylation, polyethylene glycol, one of the components that can be used to make hydrogel. The lipid particles are modified to be more sensitive to heat and frequency. When placed in the human body, they become excited from the heat. In that excitement, they vibrate. With that excitement, magnetofection is created, and the particles slowly drift towards each other. Hence self-assembling. This intrabody nano network is the first step to make the human body a device linked into the Internet of Bodies. The shot also changes the human DNA, rendering the person a GMO owned by a corporation. This allows for the system to freely harvest psychological, biological, genetic, and physiological data from the individual without their knowledge or permission. They are now products owned by the corporation that gave them the poke. At the top of all of those corporations is BlackRock and Vanguard. Information is now the new gold, and it will be the foundation for the new financial system coming, the CBDC. The next step is a quantum dot tattoo that will slowly release quantum microdots, chips, into the human body, individualizing and authenticating all data for each individual. This is part of a transhuman agenda being initiated upon the population without their knowledge by global elitists working primarily through the WEF, the WHO, the IMF, and other global control systems that are not any part of one government. This technology will link every human being into the Internet of Bodies. It is the foundation for a global CBDC that will be controlled with quantum systems. This technology has the capacity to fully surveil and control every individual.
This is crazy. It says intrabody nano network administered by B at XXINE transhuman age something agenda 2030. Okay, dude, this is wild. I have actually seen this video multiple times. I do not remember if I ever played it, but I stayed away from this, right? Because it wasn't a medicine. It wasn't a medicine. It's still not a medicine. So this, to me, is, man, scary. It's scary because why wouldn't they put something inside of everybody that they could then pull more data from us, right? Is it really that shocking to think that they would have put something into those pricks that would be collectible through, I don't know, 5G waves, or how about the new 6G waves, or how about all the waves that are now penetrating our houses and our bodies on a regular basis? These people want everything from us, and they want to give us nothing for it because we are disposable to them. It's really gross, man. It's really, really gross. Now, again, they're not hiding anything from us. Listen.
Administration to take a direct look at this clip here, please. And you guys listen close. Do you hear anything that concerns you here? Watch.
The election of somebody like Mamdani, it is a game changer. We need somebody like Mamdani to be the mayor of New York. And that is a victory for the ummah. And of our greatest strengths, like I said, the political freedoms we have. The guy tried not once, not twice, 8 times to shut our project down. And the project is still going full steam ahead. Do you understand what I'm saying here? The governor of one of the largest states of the world, Texas, everything's big in Texas, wanted to stop, and he tried. وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ. Multiple ways he tried. Alhamdulillah, that bill did not pass because of multiple reasons. Of them, we employed our lobbyists, money in the lobby. Our biggest weakness is our percentage in this country. We are very disadvantaged. By the way, this is only in this country because across the Western world, mashallah, tabarakallah, percentages are rising to the point of it's terrifying them. Sweden, 10% Muslim. Oslo, Norway, 10% Muslim. Vienna, the Ottoman Turks tried 200 years, they couldn't do anything. Vienna is 10% Muslim, mashallah, tabarakallah. England, London, it is estimated 20%.
They're telling you to your face exactly what their plan is. They want to take over. Now, you can call this the radical side of Islam. You can call this Islam as a whole. But whatever it is, it needs to be looked into, investigated, and stopped. What's your take?
This is crazy. This is what I'm talking about, man. Islam is not good. They're trying to take over. Israel is trying to destroy America. Everybody's out to get us. Nobody likes the superpower anymore, but we need to stand up and fight against all these people trying to infiltrate what we have and destroy what we still have. Because, yeah, sure, we got some really bad shit going on. We got some really bad laws. We got some really bad everything. Our government is a bunch of, it's full of disgusting people who seem to not be able to keep their hands off of children. And I don't know why, but I think this is our fight. I think we have to start fighting now. I really do. I really do think we have to fight up against these people. Now, from the Epstein files, all the revelations, all the revelations, Epstein files, such people as demons in human form. Watch this video. Your soul will tremble, everybody. Dude, this stuff is so crazy. Okay, I don't know if you were watching or what, but that was So dark, everybody. So let me just describe it to you real quick. So a line of children. They're in an empty room with some projector screen. There's kids across from the room sitting at a table. One of them is in a wheelchair. You see this gentleman or this fucking monster grab one of the children, and then the camera backs up and you see a tub. He is attempting to drown this child, and then all of a sudden, the child that's in the wheelchair stands up. And the torture stops, the kids all gasp, and the video cuts. What the fuck did I just watch, man? So you were torturing a child to get another child to stop lying about a disability? That's what I got from that video. I don't know. Maybe this is how they extracted the adrenochrome. This is the type of stuff that they put them in front of to get the adrenochrome from them. So this entire room of children, probably all missing, huh? This is the stuff that's happening, everybody. This is what we need to keep exposing. We will never stop with the Epstein files. Your fucking stupid Iran war is not going to shut us up, man. I am making sure of it. I'm pumping this every week, forever. Do not care. The Bible tells us exactly where Satan's throne is located. And yes, it's exactly where you think. Now, I don't even know where to think that this thing would be, but I will tell you, finding out that Zeus was once considered Satan as well was very interesting to hear. So check this out.
Today, as I was reading scripture, I came across something that blew my mind. The Bible tells us where Satan's throne is. In Revelations 2 and 13, it says, I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is. And thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. So where was Antipas slain? And when you look it up, it takes us here. And when you Google where Antipas was martyred, it brings you to
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Huh.
It says the traditional account goes on to say Antipas.
Holy shit, Geneva. The Geneva Convention, right? Oh my God. Is that why they're neutral? Isn't Switzerland neutral, right? Am I wrong? No, I'm not. From past certain sayings, they would say you need to be neutral like Switzerland. Yeah. Oh, dude, there's a tie to the Geneva, Switzerland and the throne of Satan?
Was martyred during the reign of Nero by burning in a brazen bull-shaped altar at the Apollyon Temple in Geneva, Switzerland. And that, of course, got me to wondering, what exactly is in Geneva? Well, let's take a look. The CERN-Hadron Collider, for one, where they're trying to discover and replicate the Big Bang. And of course, if I was the devil and wanted control over the world, I would be sure to bring all the world organizations to where I was, such as the United Nations. I might bring along the World Health Organization as well. And I would definitely want the World Trade Organization there. And I would definitely have Gavi there, the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunizations.
Jesus Christ.
And you can't finance an empire without having the World Economic Forum.
Oh my
Geneva,
God, dude, they're all
Switzerland.
connected. They're all connected.
And of course, I would have all the other organizations there. 33 international organizations.
Oh, 33.
33. Isn't there significance to that number?
There is.
But I'll be honest with you. When I saw this today, it literally blew my mind. I don't even have words. But if you have eyes to see, the information is out there.
And that's why you need to look into everything, because the reason that we're doing what we're doing today, the reason that there are so many people involved in this thing we like to say conspiratorial world, it's their fault. It's their fault. If your actions did not happen, we would have never looked into any of this. But again, he wanted to find out what is really behind the Geneva Convention. What is behind it all? What is involved in it? What have I not been told about this subject? Let me compare it to what I've been told and what I know. And then it all falls apart. It all falls apart right there. And you go, wow, this is nothing from what I thought or what I was told. And then, again, you find out that it is another part of religion, another segment to the entire story of the religious war that is being held in 2026. Wild, everybody. What a wild, wild time. They've been fucking around with us since the creation. Like I've been telling you for years, these characters didn't exist. Napoleon, Nelson, Columbus, etc. Masonic fairy tales. This has been posted by Jack Straw. Dude, I don't know any way around this, but it seems to be more and more true. And let's just listen, because none of these stories. I mean, did you know, Napoleon, he wasn't even a short man. That's nothing they told us is real. Nothing. He wasn't a short man. He was 5'9", everybody. That's not short. It's average. So he didn't have short man syndrome. You know what I mean? Like, just the shit that they tell you, and then you look into just the story itself and the person, and you find out all the information is incorrect. That alone is what destroyed Napoleon for me. So this, I believe this more than anything today.
Suppose we use the same argument on Napoleon. If you've ever seen the statue of Napoleon in Place Vendôme, Paris, you will notice that the word there of Napoleon is written the Apollio. Now that would mean, making this Greek, that means that he is Apollo itself. So there never really has been a Napoleon. It's all due to the sun cult of Apollo. You think you studied the history of Napoleon? Ridiculous. Who was his mother? Letizia, wasn't it? Who was the mother of Napoleon? Leto. What does Leto mean? In one language and Letizia in the other. Both joy. That's how we got the idea that Napoleon was born of a woman named Letizia from Apollo. You believe that Napoleon had 3 sisters? He did, according to the myth, but where did the myth start? Apollo had 3 sisters. Didn't Apollo have 2 wives? One was the earth, the other was the moon. Napoleon had 2. Where's the sun the major part of the day? How long is it in the sky? About 12 hours. How long did Napoleon reign supreme? 12 years. See, sun myth. He never existed. Furthermore, where is the sun strongest? In the north or the south? It's the south, isn't it? It's weak in the north, doesn't it? Where was Napoleon defeated? In Russia. See? Napoleon never existed. Sun cult. Think.
Now that's interesting, because in Revelation 9:1:1 it says, "And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in the Greek tongue, Apollyon." That is fascinating. Now the Bible talks about the worship of Apollyon, and Apollyon, Apollo. Now, why is that scripture on 9:1:1? We all remember what happened on 9/11, and Apollyon is the king of destruction. So I just find it interesting. It's all tied in, all connected. Everything is connected and tied in, because we are witnessing with our own very eyes the creators of all these Abrahamic religions. You have to remember, this stuff is all Masonic. All of our history is tied in. Read it deeper. Look into things. Understand things on a different level. It's all connected to ancient sun cults. And when you really learn and pay attention and understand, it opens your eyes. It makes sense. You know, it really makes sense. But most people are not willing to learn. They're not willing to open their eyes. They're stuck on their belief system, which is just not correct. And it's sad. So do your research. I love you all so much. Go to my website, learn as much as you can for free. This is my opinion.
WithTheSun33.com. Okay, everybody? Go and check it out. I'm telling you, this is where we're at. If we're not asking these questions, if you're not looking into these things, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Everything makes more sense this way. You know? I started my new year yesterday. April 1st, 2026. Everything started anew for me yesterday. That's the way I'm living my life now. You can't tell me I can't. I believe April 1st is the start of the new year, and the calendar that we follow today is fake. It's satanic, and it's based off of their ideology. Well, I'm making my own fucking ideology. April 1st, 2026 is the start of the new year for me, my family. That's how we're doing things from now on. It's going to be from April to April. That's it. Everything else, I mean, we can't get away from the way it's already set up. Obviously, the world is going to keep turning. But I'm telling you, the day that everybody realizes that April 1st should be the new year, I think we'll be able to get enough people on board. We gotta do something different. We have to obliterate this world that they've built for us. Because if not, we're all going to perish in it, everybody. We're all going to perish in it because they literally are going to blow the shit up. I mean, if they haven't already, like I said, I really hope all those people took heed to that warning and got out of that building. And I hope that building is still standing today. I hope. Check this out, though. This is crazy. Satanic rituals. Oh, boy. This is so scary to me. It's so scary to me because this, man, this unfortunately seems to be, like, very real. Very, very, very real, and it's very sad.
Can you tell us a secret about Steven Spielberg? He eats babies. Whole babies.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
I don't like the party.
Why not?
They touch me.
Who?
Kick me. My front privates to hurt me. And then they tie string around and then they put it all around the body, but they're naked, and they got this tattoo on the private with like little piercings. And they stick a big plaster really in my bottom, and when it bleeds, if I cry, he does sex to us. My dad kills babies and he eats the meat. He kills babies there.
Right.
We eat babies. We drink their blood.
The sacrifice, were these animal sacrifices?
Animals and people. So he tells us to hold the hanging knife, and then he holds his hand on our hand, so then he cuts the baby's head off. Baby was taken out of me and then killed in front of me. Because it was still alive.
And then, what would happen?
Well, after they killed it, they would eat it.
That video where the two kids' faces were blurred out, if you were watching, I've already played that once on here. It's very, very disturbing. Basically, it's two kids in an airport, and this reporter is asking this little girl these questions, and she is just telling her how her dad kills children and eats them. Now, I don't know if that is absolutely Steven Spielberg, but I'm not going to say that these people are innocent either, because they make great movies. I mean, look at Weinstein. Look at any of them that have done something wrong. You know, Weinstein's the worst. Bill Cosby. I mean, Ellen, all of them, right? I have noticed that all the people that put off the best, they look the best, they're having the best life, they're the happiest, nicest of people, the kindest of people, do the most for people, are the darkest, most evil people you could ever surround yourself with. So, wow, huh? I mean, this really isn't even shocking anymore. So Sean Ryan from the Sean Ryan Show is trying to figure out that there's billions of demons in the world? Billions. And let's just listen, because I love the Sean Ryan Show. It's great. Absolutely great show. Check it out, everybody.
There might be multiple demons.
Yes.
What's the most you've seen?
The one that I've seen the most is 27.
27 demons in one human?
Yeah. Most of them, it's somewhere between 1 to 8.
How many demons are there?
Billions, literally. When God created all the angels, he created the entire hierarchy of angels instantaneously all at once. Of the class of the angels alone, there's one subset, which is the guardian angels. And every human being that has been born has had a guardian angel created specifically for that particular individual. So you're talking billions just in that one subclass. The number of angels that fell, where Satan took a third of the stars with his tail and swept them down, that means that a third of the angels actually fell. Most of the possessions that we see are from the top rank, which is the top 3 choirs. Satan was for Baal, Asmodeus, Leviathan, Lilith, Baphomet, Moloch. There's also other ones like Abaddon, who are kind of in the middle. And then you'll see a lot of the lower grunt guys at the bottom, whose job is to just kind of do the bidding of the guys at the top.
That is wild, everybody. It's wild. So, right there, man, I'm telling you, like, there is so much more to this, right? So every single one of us got a guardian angel, and then 33% of the angels were ripped from the sky, and they're demons. So that's a lot of demons, right? And I mean, do we have 1 to 8 demons around us at all times? I mean, yeah, it's possible. I think the demon that I carry the most is anger. I can't seem to get them off my back. I mean, I lost my shit this morning, because I tried to fix something and the website had a fucking hiccup. And, it caused me a little bit of disturbance and I lost my shit. And I hate my anger, but at least my wife was very understanding this time because she was trying to help me get through it. And I'm so done with technology, man. I think technology is the biggest demon of them all. But crazy, dude. Crazy, crazy shit. I'm telling you right now, we are in a holy war, everybody. This is not, it probably is World War III right now. And if it escalated and that building's gone and Larry's getting paid and all these things are happening and we've got boots on the ground by the time this drops, then you're going to need this next video just to feel a little bit better. All right, so here we go. I thought this was absolutely hilarious. No, I do not care for the fucking mayor or governor or whatever she is of Boston, Massachusetts. But I thought this was absolutely funny. I want to know who the guy is. It looks like it's Bean Shooter 69. I think we all need to follow him. He could be, if you know your mom's house, YMH, the next Fed smoker. Listen to this motherfucker, dude. It's great. It's great.
We're going to have a great day today. I'm so thankful to all the organizers, all
Kick
the colleagues in
rocks!
government, Consul General, and all of our
special guests from Ireland who are here today.
Michelle
and every year.
Wu.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. See you out there.
Kick rocks, woo! Boo! Thank you, Mayor. The enemy is everywhere. The enemy hates fun. He wants to wrap somebody up right now.
I wanted to end on that, man. I was like, holy shit, the Fed smoker reincarnated, except it seems like he may not be on as much meth as the original Fed smoker, but I hope your eyes are opening up to the things that are happening around us and around the world and realizing that we are all under attack. We are all under attack. It is not just where the bombs are dropping. Everywhere you are being attacked at one point by something. You're being attacked by technology. You're being attacked by fast food. You're being attacked by the medical industry. We are all being attacked, everybody, at all times. So be ready for it. Keep your eyes open. Keep doing your own research, everybody. I think that is the most important thing we can all keep doing. And with that all being said, I do hope everybody out there has an amazing Thursday. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as always, I will talk to you next week.